guys, it's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be sharing with you my soon-to-be 5th graders curriculum choices for the 2020-2021 school year. Normally I don't do these videos until the summer, but because we're home with everything that's been going on, I've had extra time, so I went ahead and got everything pulled together. And it was pretty easy this year just because we have a lot of things that are carryover, either because we haven't finished them yet in 4th grade or because we love them so much we know which curriculum we're already going to go with for the next school year. And I love when that happens because it makes my homeschool mom planning life a lot easier. So the only thing you're not going to see here is any required reading that I ask of her, like anything she's going to do a book report about or anything like that, chapter books type things. I haven't really picked those out yet. And you're not going to see her math program because we use teaching textbooks. It's all done online. We love teaching textbooks. We've used it for years and years and years, but there's no discs, there's no instruction manual, there's no workbook. Everything's done online, which I love, but I just don't have it here to show you. So starting over here on the left, we're gonna start with science. You guys know how much we love BJU Press Homeschool. I've talked about it before for English and history. We are doing it again for science for 5th grade. We're not done with the level 4 just yet, but I wanted to go ahead. I knew I was gonna move on with this curriculum anyway. So I went ahead and got level 5, that way I have it all ready to go when we're ready. So I picked this up from Home Science Tools. I've talked about them before. They are a website that sells pretty much anything you could possibly need for science, activities, curriculum, experiments, tools, anything science related you're gonna find on the Home Science Tools website. And one reason I like to get our science curriculum from them is because they make a lab kit that goes with every science curriculum that you can purchase from their website. So in this case, BJU Press Level 5, there is a lab kit that goes along with it, and everything I'm gonna need to do any of the experiments in the Level 5 BJU Press is in this box. So it saves me so much time. I don't have to go to the store, I don't have to make a list, I don't have to go find everything from different places. Everything we're gonna need is in the box. So I'm gonna open it up really quickly and just kind of show you, give you an idea what's inside. But it's really, really helpful because sometimes it's really hard to find certain things that a science curriculum will ask you to look for, or you just don't know where to get it locally and you can't find it online, different things. So it really is handy. It saves me a ton of time to be able to have everything I need in one place, and I don't have to think ahead, like, okay, well next week we're gonna need a graduated cylinder. I don't have to remember that because I know if we need one and it's called for in this book, it's gonna be in the corresponding lab kit. We've got cups of different sizes and string and balloons, rubber bands, any type of chemicals we're gonna need or anything. This one comes with magnesium sulfate. I've got a fossil, that's really neat. A ruler, gauze, there's some potting soil down there. There's a graduated cylinder down there. Looks like a little tiny mirror. That's the dirt. We even have safety goggles. So everything is in this box. And like I said, it just saves me so much time and prep work when I know everything that we're gonna need is already in this box and ready to go. Really recommend Home Science Tools for any of your science curriculum and equipment that you need. They even have really cute gift ideas. And then of course, BJU Press for Science is a great option. She's also gonna have a devotional. I've talked about this before. I picked it up off Amazon. It's called Indescribable 100 Devotions About God and Science. So it is science lessons, but it's woven in with biblical truths, which I really like. So she does read through that. Sticking with BJU Press, we are also gonna be continuing on with their English. I really like their English program because it alternates a chapter of writing and a chapter of grammar. So I don't have to have a separate writing program or a separate grammar program. Everything is in their language arts level. So everything she's gonna need for writing or grammar is in one thing. So she has her workbook and I have my teacher's manual, which I really like having because it tells me everything to say and examples to give, and it makes it really easy for me. So love BJU Press for English as well. With BJU Press, I teach English and I teach science for her. For history for her and for her older sister, I actually do their distance learning option, which basically is kind of like teaching textbooks where they watch a lecture on the internet. The teacher does all the explaining and everything and talking about everything, and then basically she'll just do the reading in her book, and she has a workbook. So I don't teach history. This is her activity manual, and then she has her textbook. So one thing I like about BJU Press's history is it's really concise. There's not a lot of there's not too many words. There's not overwhelmed with just too much detail, too many dates and facts. I feel like it's just the right amount of hitting all the main points without making it overwhelming. So we did that for 4th grade with the distance learning and we loved it. So we're going to continue on with that for 5th grade. Part of our history curriculum is just something fun that I found from Evan Moor. It's called U.S. Facts and Fun. We're going to be doing U.S. geography with her this year, and I'll show you that in a minute. But I thought this was really fun. It's a PDF, or you can buy the workbook, but I went ahead and got the PDF. Basically, it's got all different types of nonfiction information about different states, landmarks, historical people, and then there are different activities to go along with each landmark, person, or event. So I just thought it was a really fun way to briefly go through some American history and landmarks and things with some little activities. So here's an example about Laura Ingalls Wilder. It talks about her story of being a pioneer girl, and then there are 3 worksheets to go along with every story. So just a 4-day or just a 3 or 4 day thing to do during the week, but I thought it'd be really fun. So I printed that out and have that in a binder for her. For reading, even though she has finished her All About Reading curriculum, which we love, it's how I taught her to read, I still want to keep up with reading skills, comprehension, fluency, and phonics. And so I use these 2 books mostly in combination with required reading every day, chapter books, and things like that. We use the Spectrum Word Study and Phonics Grade 5. I think we've used every one of these up to this point. She's still doing Grade 4, but she'll be done with that pretty soon. But basically it reviews every type of reading concept, blends and consonants and syllables. There's even a little bit of grammar with punctuation and possessives and things like that, suffixes, prefixes, compound words, basically just keeping up with review of things that she's already learned so she doesn't forget them until it's like really solid. Same thing with this, reading skills. I really like this because there are nonfiction stories that they read, and then there's questions that they have to answer and put things in order of how they happened. So basically just really working on comprehension while she's getting different little facts that she's learning about because every story is nonfiction. So it's just a really fun little thing. We've done all the levels of this too up to this point. I do think maybe Grade 6 is the last. I'm not really sure, but we love this. And they're really cheap on Amazon. For spelling and vocabulary, we did this last year as well. And I have a separate video about these on their own if you want to go back and watch that. It's in my homeschooling playlist. For spelling, we use the Evan Moor spelling skills. It is Grade 4. We just started this because I had dropped her back a level just to make sure we were ready. I love this spelling program because it is really simple and straightforward. It's a traditional method to teach spelling, basically just memorization through repetition. So you get a word list at the beginning of the week, and then each day there is a worksheet with using those words in all different ways. And it's just really simple. I mean, sometimes you don't have to overcomplicate things to teach spelling. So that's been the best fit for us. We've tried more expensive programs, more elaborate programs, but for us, this has worked the best. And then for vocabulary, and again, I do have a separate video about this. Again, Evan Moor, a word a day, Grade 5. Basically, there are 4 words for the week. So you have these cards, and I have a separate worksheet that I'll have her fill out each day. We also have a vocabulary word wall. We put the word up for the day every day of the week until Friday, and then on Friday, she will have a review and then take her test, which is also included in the curriculum. So again, really simple and straightforward, really easy, and it's working really well for us. I did forget to mention though, she is going to be continuing on her work with typing. We just use typing.com. It's a free website, and that's how she's learning to type. Also still working on cursive. So this is something new for us. We've never used it before, so I can't really say whether or not we like it. But one reason I wanted this curriculum in particular for cursive is because it actually is learning cursive and practicing your cursive while going through U.S. geography. And like I said, we're going to be talking about the states this year and North America. And so this was perfect. It looks perfect anyway. So you get in the beginning, you do work on basic letters, which will be a nice review. Then you get to each state's page. So like for Arizona, you go through and fill out the information about the state, which is going to be really helpful. And then here you have sentences all about different facts and important times and dates and people and locations in that state. And then for geography, I pieced this together really myself. I have a couple books. This came from Target. This came from Target or Dollar Tree. I think maybe Target, I don't remember. And then this I got off Amazon. Don't know much about the 50 states. I just have them in here just for some information. So when we get to each state, we can stop and read a little bit more about it. I have this map coloring sheet from Dollar Tree that I just kind of hole punched and stuck in there. I have the Evan Moor, the 7 continents, North America. They have, Evan Moor has a book like this for all the continents. So this one's just about North America. And one thing I like about it, even though it is teaching geography, it's also got culture mixed in. So that is one thing on its own. I also combined it with a resource that I found on Teachers Pay Teachers. It's from a Teachers Pay Teachers shop called White's Workshop. I will try to remember to link it for you. It is talking all about the regions of the United States and learning the different states in the United States. Some of these pages I laminated, but they did come from that kit. And then I just have these, which I found online forever ago. Actually found them last year and we never used them. A little activity that I found online for free is a t-shirt. Basically, you design a t-shirt. You can do it for each state if you want. I think what I'm gonna do though is have her pick a state from each region and decide, you know, how she would decorate her shirt to represent that state. So I just thought that would be fun. So I threw that in there. So this is definitely a hodgepodge of things that I have put together. Once we get done with all of the US geography part of it, then it kind of comes back to this Evan Moor book that I just talked about, talking about the cities of the United States and Mexico, the Grand Canyon. So just a really, really thorough book about North America. So I put all that kind of in here together. And then I have these in the back that I got from Oriental Trading Company. It's like a little wheel you put together and you talk about your city, your state, your county, your street. And it really shows a kid like from the grand scale to the small scale of where they are in the world. So that's in the back there. So that's pretty much it. I mean, it was fairly simple this year. It was the easiest year I've ever planned for, just because we did have so many things from this current school year that we were already using and loving and wanted to continue on with. I just thought I wanted to share it with you guys in case you wanted to know what we're gonna be doing for 5th grade. I will have everything linked for you in the description box. Make sure if you haven't checked out Home Science Tools that you do, because like I said, it's a great place to pick up your curriculum. It's perfect to get the lab kits to save you so much time, hassle, and money to get everything you need for your science curriculum all at once for the entire year, and you don't have to think about it again. So definitely check them out. I'll have everything for you linked in the description box. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure if you did, you give it a thumbs up. And also, if you're curious about any of the other curriculum choices videos I've done in the past, they are all in my homeschooling playlist. I will link it for you guys in the description box. You can click on that and see every single homeschooling video I've ever made. And there are tons of them, so hopefully you'll find some that are helpful. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.